Oh, you know what that sound is? We're out on the patio, we got the grill going, and if you want to impress your guests, there's one dish that you can count on that's gonna look stunning. Plus, it doesn't really take a whole lot of effort. So Damon Holter, the president of Croy Valley Foods, says it's not really about the recipe as much as about mastering the technique of making it.
Okay, so we're gonna make a grilled pork roulade,
Correct.
Damon. So this is a really great way. You elevate pork, you kind of like infuse it with the flavor. And then once you get the technique down, you can change the ingredients according to what you like.
100%. A roulade is like a blank canvas for any kind of flavor you're looking for. I've got a couple of different examples that I brought out here and I'll show them, but it's really about mastering a bit of technique first. So that's what I want to kind of dive into.
So what cut do you start with then?
This right here is a pork loin.
Okay.
You can also use a pork tenderloin. The difference between them, the tenderloin is a lot smaller.
Thinner.
And it's thinner, and it can be a lot easier to be able to turn into a roulade because you just kind of cut it like a book and fold it open. Maybe pound it flat a little bit, and then you've got a nice piece of meat that you can roll up and stuff with whatever you're looking for.
So kind of butterflying it?
Butterflying
Would that
absolutely.
be it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now with a loin like this, it's a little more difficult to butterfly because it's
so big.
It's a really big cut of meat. So one of the things to do here is to kind of to start by making an incision on one side here and start rolling the meat away from your knife. You don't have to be 100% accurate with where this goes, but you're trying to get about like a ½ inch or so piece of meat underneath this blade. And the nice thing about it, see, even just like doing a simple little cut like this where it's kind of scalloped and you're pulling it away from the knife, that flattens this entire piece out. And what you can do then is put this in between a piece of plastic wrap, use something like a rolling pin or a cast iron pan, something heavy, and flatten this entire thing out. And now when you put all of your seasonings in there, you roll it all back up and you're gonna get what we've got in front of you here today.
Now that is great. Okay, that looked pretty easy though. Like you just kind of had to start and then you roll away.
Yeah, I did notice that you started almost like with a back cut going the opposite angle, and then you started slicing this way.
Yeah, the more you do it, the easier it'll become. But if you kind of follow the edge of the meat, thinking that maybe you want about a ½ inch or 3/4 of an inch all the way around, then it's kind of peeling the meat away from the knife. You've got to have a sharp knife though.
Gotta have a sharp knife.
That's true.
Part of
so
that.
take your knives in to get them sharpened.
100%.
100%. Okay, so then what do you do? Because then you fill it, and you've got all sorts of different varieties. But what's happening on the grill?
Okay, so this is one that we just got done cooking here. This is an Italian seasoned one.
Great.
So just thinking about different flavor ideas and different things you can do with it. Now this one was laid out flat. We seasoned it with the Croy Valley Italian seasoning.
So good.
And it has a fresh basil, fresh mozzarella. It has some tomato in there.
Oh.
And then we would serve it with a marinara, if that's something that you would like to do. Do you want to?
Are you going to get in there?
You want to snip away?
No, I'm interested in the tying process because you did take some twine and you kind of just tied it. Is that a difficult process?
Not at all. This is just a regular butcher's twine right here. Lay out a piece, wrap it around the top, tie it in a square knot is basically essentially what you're doing there. This allows it to hold the entire roulade together.
Yep.
You can see how it's coming off and this isn't falling apart. Other methods might be to use a wooden skewer or toothpicks, but I like using the twine because it's just a really simple, easy thing to do. Cut out a few pieces, just enough to get it around the meat, and tie it up. There's certainly some butcher's knots that the professionals will do. You don't need to do that at home. All you need to do is just tie it.
You're just securing it is all you're doing.
Absolutely.
So, okay, I also want to ask about the grilling of it because I know this is 12 days of grilling, and I love that you're showing that you can do it on a grill, but could you do this in the oven easily?
You can do it in the oven. If you had an air fryer that was large enough, you could certainly do it in there as well. You'll notice right in front here, those are a couple of other ones that I've got. That was a full loin like I have in front of you right here, but I cut it in half. And then I utilized it for 2 different flavors.
Did you cut it like horizontal across?
No, what I did is I cut it, well, I guess vertically.
Like lengthwise.
Yeah, lengthwise. So the entire thing was laid out flat. I cut it in half. I seasoned one of them up to be a Greek infused flavor there with spinach, Kalamata olives, some feta, cheese, tomato, and the Greek seasoning. And the other one, I went more of a Southwest route with some chipotle barbecue sauce. There's charred corn, charred peppers, onions, and I mean that's 2 completely different meals out of one piece of meat here.
I'm so pumped about this. I want to master this.
I know,
don't you?
And it looks great too. It looks like you're a high-end chef by doing something
Well,
like
he
this.
is a high-end
Well,
chef.
I'm just saying for all of
You
us,
and I are
for
yahoos.
all of us at home,
I
it would look
know.
like we're high-end
Whoa,
chefs.
look at the inside.
So that's what it winds up looking like.
So are you putting the seasoning on both the outside and the inside?
Absolutely. I'm all about seasoning. I'm all about flavor. My theory is if you can season anything, you might as well do it because it's just going to be deep down flavor,
Yeah.
more impactful every time you eat it. So
It
this
smells
has
so
seasoning
good.
It smells
both
great.
sides.
Okay,
Oh my
I maybe missed the cooking process. So you put it on the grill, indirect. What's the temperature and what's the time?
Indirect heat, about 375 degrees is what we're typically shooting for.
Okay.
Depending upon the size of the roulade you're making, the smaller ones, about half this size right here, that was about a 25-minute cook until it was completely done. And this one right here, maybe about 40 minutes at about 375 on an indirect heat.
And the pork loin is pretty lean in and of itself. So
It is.
this is a nice way to add, like, not excessive amounts of fat, but just a little bit.
Absolutely.
Oh, gosh.
All right, yeah.
And that can be in any of the ingredients that you're putting in there. At least give you some flavor, mouthfeel, and a little extra
Can you
texture.
do just a couple small bites
we have
for
a
us?
couple
Yeah,
of
I was
bites?
going to
There's
say.
a couple of
And then we
plates
gotta
right
go.
over there.
Yeah,
for
then
you.
we got to get out of here.
Oh,
And
I
then,
love this. So I will tell you, we're going to cut some bites and tell you that all these tips and the recipe suggestions are posted on TwinCitiesLive.com. So you got to
Yeah.
go there and check it out. I'm just going to pick it up.
You gonna pick it up?
I
Okay,
don't know.
I
Just
should
be
probably-
good friends, right?
yeah, our tomorrow, 12 Days of Grilling series continues with Minnesota
gosh.
Beef Council, and they're going to have a tomahawk steak recipe. How is it?
Get after it. That is so
Isn't that
good.
good?
Oh my gosh, it's so flavorful. And it's fantastic presentation. I'm totally doing
Oh,
this.
Damon, that's
Damon,
so good.
so inspiring.
Thank
okay.
you.
Listen, once a month we like to meet a new person who's blazing a path forward. We're going to meet our next trailblazer. That's coming up after the break. We're going to have a couple more bites of this.
Oh my gosh. Okay, and Paul Folger
Whoa.
over on 5 Eyewitness News, I tell you what, we say this all the time. You have to come over and try this. If you've never done it before, I'm sure you have. You got to come over and
You
try
need to
some.
feature this in Always Tasteful, Paul. You
I
should
know,
call
I
Damon.
do. It looks so beautiful
Yeah.
and it looks so tasty.
Yeah, it really is.
And easy as well.
Delicious.
I know.
This is a
guys,
showstopper.
I love it.